Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, fellow rogues? It's Mass Mirror, and welcome in for episode 6 for Blueprints. Which, hang on, go ahead and get back to the title screen here. Kind of snuck up on me right here. Give me a second. One second. There we go. So yeah, last stream for this, rogues, we got closer than ever. We finally got into the antechamber. We're on day 23 now. We finally got into the antechamber in the last stream, only to find out that there's still a bit more of this to go. We made like some ground, some headway. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Just go ahead and get on into this or whatever, so it doesn't go back to the little, credits thing again. So we got to, again, the antechamber. I pretty much, did this one gamble that actually ended up paying off that I've been trying to do, like I was trying to do like on a previous stream where I was trying to get the foyer, however you pronounce it, which pretty much was gonna unlock, basically make it like all hallway doors will be completely unlocked. And I was trying to gamble on getting that to spawn in, and then like having the Great Hall spawn, which would allow me to kind of like, because the Great Hall had like, 7 doors, pretty much all of them locked. And I was like, okay, if we use the foyer, that means that I could like, have access to every single door in the Great Hall. And again, it paid off because it ended up, giving us a lever that unlocked the antechamber. And thankfully, it was right across the way. We came like, we were like very, low on steps. But thankfully, it was only like probably like one room, which was a conference room between the Great Hall and the antechamber. And again, I was running low on steps. And also during the last stream, we found like something, I think it was last stream or the stream before, we found like, something called the Foundation, which is a room that stays pertinent wherever it is on the map, So it basically, between each run, the Foundation stays where it is. And so we basically went through, welcome in, Sammy. It's awesome. It was always great to see you. So, yeah, we got into the antechamber, got a key for the basement, and I immediately figured I was okay, this goes back to the Foundation, because the Foundation has an elevator that goes down, meaning the basement has to be down there. One problem was, again, I was low on steps. So thankfully, I don't know if it was like some kind of little mechanic that kind of came in to give someone a chance to, because I didn't see no food like on the way, to the Great Hall or to the antechamber, but I kind of was looking, noticed there was like, a few, like some items of food that gave me enough steps to get back to the Foundation. And I had no way of going down with the elevator. I kind of got a little desperate. One of the few, very, very, very few times that I've looked up, you know, a little bit like something nudged me in the right direction, and I found out that apparently it's because we have to build like a wall on a certain part, or like we basically have to build a doorway or open door like on a certain part of the foundation that acts as a lever that lets us call the elevator down. So I came up with a bit of a plan on how I'm going to try to do this time. Don't know if it's going to happen because we have to have the luck of getting like the right rooms or the right, you know, things. The plan is I'm going to try to get up to the left side of the antechamber because I feel like that's where, where you can like, access it through the secret garden. You know, you can use like the lever for the secret garden. We already like solved that puzzle. So I kind of look at it like if I can get the secret garden key to come back up and I can go up to the left side, get into the left side of the antechamber, I can get in through there, get the basement key. And now that I know I got to like try to reserve my steps, hopefully that means I kind of like have a means of, trying to make sure I get like the proper doors like plotted back at the foundation so I can go on down further. We also accessed the tomb previously. We ended up like, sure enough, finding a puzzle pertaining to the stained glass windows in the chapel. There was like a lot we did during the last stream. So you guys can go and kind of like watch that, get caught up on the rest. So otherwise I'd probably be here all night explaining like a lot of stuff we found. But anyways, that said, we're going to switch the input on over. We're going to see if we can hopefully, get closer to room 46 tonight. So we're on day 23. So before we do anything else, we're going to head on out here and access our little room here. And, kind of like turn my volume up just a little bit on my headset. I was like trying to have my hand on the thumb pad or whatever, my finger on the thumb pad, so I was kind of like having to reach around, but okay. So what we got to start this off with tonight? We've got... You see, if I knew we were going to get the shrine, I would have got my money beforehand. We already know like how much this is because we got to save our steps, so we're not going to worry about that. Root cellar, if we can get the shovel, would be great, but I kind of want to go with the shrine here. We've only used this once. It'd be nice if there was already like a coin here I could use, but... Yes, this is where I goofed up. I'm going to go ahead and like, I hate that I'm wasting a few steps here already. But I want to like, see if we can get like a decent like boom with the shrine because we might need it. Also, I'm still, curious about like these flames out here. Where's it at? Yeah, see, we've activated 2 of these flames. So I'm curious about how we'll get the rest of them. But, hopefully that'll like, come in due time. Alright. I'm gonna at least go and like, just see like what boon we can get through the shrine. I'm thinking I might put like maybe like 3 coins in, maybe 2. Depending on what it is. I might just need to make a note like if I'm moving forward to just like either way, I'm probably gonna still like use the same amount of steps anyway, but I feel like it'll be less backtracking probably when you think about it. Because I came out here, activated it, went back, got that, and then so at least this way we only like, have to do 2 sets like we don't have to like, come over here once and go back. Make an offering. Alright, so that's then we won't really know which one it is. I'll put 2 in. While drafting, you may pay to spin floor plans. Honestly, that could help. Because think about it. If we end up like, if we do unlock like the left-hand side, that actually could be very beneficial as long as I got the gems. We open up the left-hand side of the antechamber, and it's a floor plane where we can't go in. That can, but it has like the potential. It has like like the doorways, but they're like facing the wrong direction. I can turn them around. That actually could be very helpful. Okay, we're gonna do a spare room. Going to open up all 3 sides here. All right, so for this one, chapel. Ugh. See, I don't like the chapel, but this can give us a chance to get up there and like, make a proper doorway on it. Because I want to try to make one on each side of the foundation. That's the plan. I don't like, the whole thought of like having to spend my money in there, but here's the only one I go through. All right, see, the ability room, they can give me some gems. I can get like one of each type of currency here, but I also know that the nook can sometimes have items. And the pantry can let me get some of my steps back and some more money. So what are we doing here? I can always get the billiard room later. We'll do the Nook for right now. Keep it simple. I was hoping there might have been an item in here, but nope. And this is where they're getting me. Darn it. So that means with the chapel, we're gonna have to like find a way to kind of like, you know, move it around, like go like to access the bottom side of the foundation, just to be safe. Hey, they did that to me. Well, at least I'm getting my steps back. Well, the car keys, so we can access the garage and never see like what. Because I'm still curious about what the car is for. Like they wouldn't give you the car keys unless you can access it somehow. That's one of like the items we ain't used yet. I'm not gonna go in the chapel just yet. I'm gonna like keep going this way. Okay, now this is getting us some gems. Wind up key. If we solve it, all right, let me see. The black box is black. No, well, no shit. The black box is true. The black box is empty. This is the problem. The black box is black. So that's true. The black box is true. The black box is empty. See, here's the issue. We can't really like know which is which here. Just kind of like a bit more chance. Saying the black box is true, this thing could be lying saying it's false. So if it actually is saying that the black box is true, that means that the black box is being honest saying it when it says it's empty. But if this is lying, I'm gonna go with it. I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I'm thinking this one might be lying, and then the black box might actually be. I called it. And that basically goes by what I've already like knew is that like, you know, the true box isn't always gonna have gems. It can be the false box too. That one just kind of seemed like it was more luck. Because it was basically is like, okay, this one could be, you know, it could have been the black box is false, and which is actually what happened. This one was actually the false box, and so this one was lying. But if it was true, and the black box really did, like, you know, was empty or whatever, yeah, this one would probably, it could have been either of these. That one was a little tricky. Okay, we're just going to do the West Wing Hall. We have multiple paths here. I'm going to try to manipulate things just a little bit here. But actually, I ain't got to. Yeah, mine would just save my gems for the moment. All right. At the very least, to make sure I got plenty of money. Or like, well, yeah, money, and I've got like, you know, steps. Like I said, I'm trying to like, you know, find a way to like, you know, get like a path into each side of the foundation. I'm also gonna check it in between to make sure, because if I can like get the lever on any one side, it means like I don't have to worry about it for the others. So I don't have to put as much emphasis on like, you know, plotting things. All right, this right here. See, yeah. So I've got a plan I'm working with here, Rogues. It's just about getting it to actually work. That's the tricky part. Because like anytime they get dead in me. Now see. Trying to think here. I got an idea. That doesn't... Oh, come on. Please, like, work right this time. That's exactly what I need. It's going to close the chapel off, but it gives me, like, a chance at a room that... At 2 different rooms here that can lead to the foundation. Took a couple gems, but... So if we get one that goes, like, curves upwards, the way I want it to, that actually works out even better. Because we get our gem back. I dang sure ain't using that dark room. Because I can use one more gem, but I don't know if it's actually going to rotate the way I need it to. So we're going to do the den, get my gem back instead of losing one. Oh, you've got to be... Wow. See, it looked like it... Well, there goes that. So that way into the foundation's blocked off. Because I thought like it really did look like it was trying to blink... was trying to like, link into it. It's fine, I can still save this. I think. See, now they're trying to... Nice try. I'm gonna find like a way in here. See, now, this is what I was saying before. I came in through this way. Came in through this way this time. And there's no lever. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this whole thing with the foundation here definitely continues to be frustrating. They told me like what I need to do like to be able to access the lever. Okay, well. Looks like it's gonna be like more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. We'll do a secret passage. Just like try like, you know, have some control of what I'm doing here. Definitely don't want market, drawback, violet. I'll do a green. Of course. This game is definitely continuing to try to make sure like they it really does feel like I've got to like try to have one on all three sides at this point, just be safe. I might just go and just end the run early, but there's a chance we might find something we can use. Well, all right, there's some dice in here. Could have used these earlier, I guess. All right, I'm gonna go install this puzzle. Try to 12. All right, 16. All right, 18, minus 16. That's 2. Should be 4. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Minus 7, that's 2. Should be 4 again, right? Easy peasy. Not bad for someone like, you know, who's never really been able to do like the whole like, you know, fourth power or square, whatever. So I've always been terrible at math, but now here it is. I'm kind of like, you know, doing some of it out of the top of my head, no problem. Okay. I think I already took the coat check. Yeah, I already took the secret garden key out of the coat check. I will say I was kind of hoping that the secret garden key was gonna be, you know, behind there, but it wasn't. That's the main like gamble, is I gotta like, you know, get it to pop up. We're gonna redraw. Speaking of redrawing, see, we can do this. That actually worked out. I got a gem back as well, so. Fortunately, the terrace, I closed everything else off, but at least now green rooms are going to cost gems. When you think about it, if I can get that one room to pop back up, they put a gem in each room. Yeah. It's got a bit of, we'll have a bit of a synergy there. Alright, so unfortunately, this whole pathway has been completely closed off. So, the way it looks is that I can basically, the only ways I got to go now is the secret passage and the west wing. Still just frustrates me that, you know, it's being so complex, like, you know, getting, like, this down. But like I said, I want to stick to my original plan. I just need to be very careful on watching the, you know, what I plot. You know, around the foundation. Because I thought, like, it was, like, linking each way, but I realized it was, like, a one-way street. I've already done what we need to do in the cloister. But see, here's the thing. I like to have the nursery. But this, like, gives us, like, you know, a chance to kind of, like, get, like, do, like, some other spots over there at the terrace. Like, you know, around the terrace. And, well, let me guess. All three of them? Okay, well, of course, we got a key card door. But thankfully, it's only one this time. I doubt I get anything else if I go back over there and access that again. Yeah, I don't think so. Now we want to rotate the library. Perfect. I want to make it go up. Because if there is that chance, I can get the secret garden. Plus, we did... All right, Sightseer's Guide. A modest account of our town by Sir Andrew Darrell. Let's see who... M. Lowry. Simon P. Jones. All right. All right, Miss Babbage and Lord Evanson. All right, how many... It don't seem like it's going to be too bad. Introduction. The third largest city in Finn Ares, in sight of its former capital, Reddington. Reddington is synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much further than the botanical gardens. However, Reddington has much more to offer. Words are hard. Spectacular scenery, historic castle, and a charming underground bazaar reward visitors who wish to explore further. Reddington is that type of unique, enchanting place that lingers in your mind, memories long after you leave her. Botanical Gardens. Reddington's most popular attraction and a guaranteed crowd pleaser, the Botanical Gardens, is loved by both locals and visitors for its Ajaran, canopy house, and mausoleum. Its petal-covered trails and a mind-boggling variety of flowers. This is the reason springtime is Reddington's busy season. Situated just east of town, the Botanical Gardens offer a scenic and captivating tableau of the natural countryside. Cobblestone trail meanders past over 1,000 species of tropical plants, each remarkable in its own right. Even more stunning is set against the spectacular backdrop of the Reddington Mountains. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in this picturesque walk, which concludes at Manly Station. I like to reserve specimen of holly unique to Reddington's mountains. Featherfall Keep. You'll find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit, a historic site described by scholars as significantly important to the realm's past. Featherfall Keep, the former home of Lord William Epson. So they said there was a lord that read this, so I wonder if he had anything like to do with Epson, who has until recently always been a private residence, serving as a family home to the Epsons since before the Third Era. After the death of Lord Epson, his oldest son Lionel Epson left the estate never to return. However, the daughter stayed, maintained the residence and staffed to her marriage in 1951. At that point, Featherfall Keep ceased to be a family residence. It began operating as a historic house museum and tourist attraction, and the estate was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1972. It's still believed by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Orinda Ares when Reddington was still the capital. However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have recently cast some doubt on the long-standing myth. Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil, serene stillness. Rolling fogs, clear water, and gliding swans. In the midst of all that beauty sits Trinsdale Lake, one of Finn Area's premier vacation destinations. Exclusive for its more privileged citizens, the lakeside resort and cabins have been frequented by royalty and the realm's gentry for generations. However, on the southern shore of the lake, tourists are free to enjoy the views and rub elbows with the rich and famous in the 100 Bells Tea Room, which is open to the general public for lunch on Mondays and Fridays. I wouldn't want to go there. It sounds like these guys are like, okay, well, these peasants can, have a moment, to sit in our luster, only on Mondays and Tuesdays, or was it Mondays and Fridays? I wouldn't want to go. I'll just take my ass down to the freaking, grocery store and get me some Lipton and, be happy with that tea. Mount Holly. At an elevation of 11,220 feet, Mount Holly is the tallest mountain in the Radius Range and the highest peak in the entire realm. Beyond the physical challenge itself, climbing Mount Holly Trail is a beautiful experience and one that many hikers and explorers will want to do at least once. It's only a few hours from Reddington to get to the trailhead. You won't need any local guides or special gear if you tackle the trail during the summer season. However, those willing to give this mountain a significant amount of planning and research will be greatly rewarded, whether or not they actually summit. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estate of Mount Holly, nestled between the summit's northern slope and saddle. This 80-acre mountain residence is almost as old as Reddington itself. However, unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of the Mount Holly Schoolhouse in '66. Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture at a distance from one of the trail's main north-facing overlooks. I think they're talking about here. Mainway Station Bazaar. For the sentimental tourists wishing to pick up a souvenir to remember their stay, one might try braving the Mainway Station Bazaar. Don't be too hasty. Without proper guidance, the mainway station could be a dangerous place. Located underground, this unique marketplace was once Reddington's central railway station, a time where the Realms trains were still in service. Now the turnstiles, footbridge, and platform have been appropriated and turned into a cavern of tents and torches. Whether you're bargain hunting, looking for adventure, or finding a memento to commemorate your visit, the mainway station bazaar will be a worthy conclusion to your sightseeing adventure in Reddington. Yet you say it was dangerous. Should I take a picture of this? I think maybe I should. There might be, because who knows, there might be something to it later. Something seems like it might be. Let's take a picture of that map just to be safe. Okay. All right, very captivating. I know there was, like they said, there was like a special room we can get from the library. Conference room, chamber of mirrors. You see, I kind of would want to go with the conference room, but we don't really have anything yet that where like money will be spread throughout. Like we got that one green one that will spread the gems around, and we got the office. Like we can get like money to like pop up here. So this would really work really well with the office, but kind of want to go with the aquarium. I might regret that, but I still don't know exactly what the use is of the aquarium. I feel like there's got to be like something like maybe more in-depth, pun intended, to this, but I'm not entirely sure. Probably can't go anywhere because it's going to be locked. Let me guess, locked. I'm surprised. So here's where things are problematic. We don't see, so this, everything here is pretty much locked unless we get really lucky with the west wing. We're going to end up locking ourselves out of like the left-hand side of the antechamber anyway. And the right-hand side, of course, is like where we would need like, you know, the Great Hall thing. Yeah, probably for that. So unfortunately, this ain't working out for me that well. I figured out, I didn't think I was going to get lucky with finding, like, the secret garden key, like, you know, immediately tonight. All right, Hosen House, we already got that one. One thing I'm testing here, I'm trying to, yeah, see, paint and pint. So you got to really watch it in here because, you know, the painting's really small. All right, so my guess is I'm probably not going to be able to, so I'm trying to look around because I know sometimes they like to hide keys and stuff in here. So this is one of those rooms where, like, the metal detector would be great. Normally I kind of don't really think it has much use to it, but I really just don't think there's anything much in here. Okay. Plane and planet. All right, we got, like, you know, okay, so we know there's like at least one path out here. We can't go that way. Hold up. When did I get it? Oh, that's right. I got a key from over there, but it's too. We'll go back to the library, I think. Well, the aquarium. Darn it. Now we get 2 extra items if we count if they do count the aquarium as a bedroom, which they should. So that could be one thing we can use this for. And see, I've got a gym though, so I could, like, you know, go ahead and get to the commissary. That'd probably be a better idea, but see, this gives us a chance to get more gems, and we can probably get the commissary somewhere else. Because either way, this is gonna like lock the path, so I'll just see what we can get out of this because if this does work correctly. It did. Oh, now, well, speaking of metal detector. So that's one of the perks to the aquarium also. It technically counts as a bedroom as well. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. See, that would have been nice. But maybe that can help out with the west wing if we're lucky. I mean, I still need to find the key. But at the same time, it's not like it's really going to matter anyway, because let's not forget, we can't really get down to the basement anyway. I mean, at least I try to do like the more long, like the things that are going to help me out in the long run. Right, this is 13. I think I know what's going to happen. It's probably going to still give me the dead end thing. Okay, whoa. Oops. There's already a line. What am I doing? Maybe I can, like, you know, roll it back the other way. Okay, we got just the long way. All right. One more. Why is he not... Really? Okay, it depends on what way you're facing, it looks like. Alright, let's just not touch that again. Okay. Oh, it's gonna give us 3. No, 2. Collapse the key and... Okay, see, now what... Why couldn't you have done that sooner? At least I got my key back. So now it says, like, you know, rooms with 4 ways. I already got the thing where I could, like, you know, go in 4 different directions. Or, like, I can go north. Okay, before I, like, really start trying to plot anything else here, I really need to go try to get that grab back to the, Yeah, this run is kind of like it's been a mixed bag. Hasn't really been terrible, but some of it's been, like, you know, a place where I kind of messed up. Stage and stage. So either way, I mean, at the very least, I was kind of hoping I could score the secret garden key so I could, like, put it away for later. Plan and plan. We've already done that. And if I can score, if I can get a dining room, I mean, we'll at least have, Wait, hold on. Of course. But there's a way I can go about this. That'll keep, like, the garage back in the pool if I'm lucky. Right, of course. I do that, and then they just like, okay, we're just gonna go in your run then. Well played, game. Well played. Well, at least I'm gonna do is, like, keep something here. I'm gonna put the car keys away. That way, in the event that I score the, car. In the event that, you know, I do get the garage again, yeah. Alright, that run wasn't the best, but it wasn't terrible either. So either way, it's not like I was gonna, like, because that's, like, what the problem is with this. I need to, like, get the mid-sized villa of prayers. Yeah, I pray, like, you know, that doesn't happen again. So my take on it is that we still have that thing that lets us rotate rooms. So there's that. But the main problem there was that, you know, we didn't get the secret garden key. And even still, I didn't, like, really have, like, the whole way of, like, you know, getting up there, like, you know, getting the, what I need for the foundation. But the problem is, even with all that, we still need to have, like, a layout that lets us get up to, like, the left-hand side of the antechamber. So there's 3 things we gotta do there. We gotta get the secret garden key. Plot things right on the left-hand side, or at least on leading up to the left-hand side to get to the... Is that the east side of the west? Yeah, I guess, like, the west side of the antechamber. So there's, like, 3 different things here. You know, getting the key, getting, like, the proper plot to the foundation on all 3 sides to guarantee that we hopefully, you know, get what I need for that, for the lever, if that's how it works. Yeah, so there's a lot to do here. Still got 2 more blessings of the dancer. I'm gonna head out here and go and go get this room activated. So I don't know. It feels like, you know, the West Garden thing is less tedious. We just gotta get the key and just find the right, like, get there to on the left hand side. And like, so really with that, it's like we only need like the get the key, and we can pretty much make the room we need. And then like it's all about like just getting like rooms that won't dead end us. But with the Great Hall, with the foyer and the Great Wall, that takes like, you know, Great Hall, that's like, you know, that takes like a bunch of gems. And yeah. So I feel like that takes like more planning. I think I'm gonna do the shelter. It's always kind of a plus to do that, so I can, like, you know, take away the effects of the chapel and other stuff. I kind of like always go with like the shelter just because I feel like that's like, you know, definitely a given. Okay, so since the foundation is on this side, I want to try to work at the right. So what we got going on here? We'll do the den first. Go and get a gem. And it's kind of like start opening up this way over here. Like I got like a really good plan for getting into the antechamber. Just gotta, like, you know, have like the proper roll for everything. Okay. I know I need like keys as well, but the gems are on a box with the word blue on it. Well, that's just BS. The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. Here's the problem. It could be either of these boxes. Both of them are saying it's at... I'm probably going to be wrong, but hang on. Let's just see if this goes the way I think it could. Fudge. That one was a bunch of crap. Like I said, the gems are in a box with the word blue on it. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. So I think they kind of tricked me right there. But the thing is, it could have been either of these. That one was tough because that was definitely like chance. Because both of them had the word blue on them. So it could have been the black one and it could have been the blue one. Because gems are in a box with the word blue on it. So I feel like this one was telling the truth. Crap, okay. So I came out away with that with nothing. Okay. Let's just open up 2 ways here because we won't get that penalty for the chapel. Go and get it out of the way. You see, I was really hoping like to have a way, but then again, as long as we can get like, you know, over this way, it don't really matter if like that one block around the right-hand side of the foundation is off. The commissary can end up helping me out, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this, go and have access to the commissary. They got gems on sale. See, I don't really ever really encounter like, you know, safe box, like, you know, lock boxes too much. Okay, now come on, like, just give me what I need here. You've got to be kidding me. See, now this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly, you know, like what I'm talking about. Like, when, you know, they pretty much give you this combination, but it just completely locks you out, and like you have to have like the right luck. And and this is the reason I wish I had the thing where I can rotate, which I do. So I should have just went on and bought a gem. See, this is like, so yeah, they just shoot. Whatever, dude. That could have went a whole lot better. See, they're throwing all this stuff at me that's like, and it's really just not really benefiting me that much. Since both of these are pretty much just, rather have this so I can kind of like, go to the left. Okay. It's, yeah, it's like now that I got like a proper plan, it's not letting, let me enact it the way I want to. Our billiard room. Okay, no items in here. Before I do this puzzle, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so anyways, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and like, do this map puzzle really quick, like, at least try to get some gems. Alright, so 6. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus 7, that's 11. Eleven times 18. I needed this for this. 11 times 18. I don't know if this is right or not. 198. Son definitely got lost in translation there. Yeah, I definitely lost it in translation. Alright, hold on a sec. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus 7. That's alright, so that's where I messed her up. Alright, that's minus 7. That's 1. 18 times 3. Should be 6. Okay, yeah. I was like, adding in the wrong order. Or like, are you like doing the equation in the wrong order? Okay, so let me see here. Alright. Alright, that's 4. Alright, 4 times. Alright. Should be 25, right? Unless I missed something here. But there ain't no 25. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. 4 divided by 8. Eight divided by 4. 2. 5. No, 25. I think I'm dividing. I'm doing this wrong again. All right, that's 2. 2 times 2 is 4. All right. If we say 2 times 2 divided by 10, it's 5. No, that's not right. 6, 8. This is a weird one. It's 2, 4. Wait on. Alright, hold on. 4 divided by... divided by 4. Yeah, this one's a little bit trickier. That's 4. 4 goes into 8 twice. Yeah, this one's throwing me off. Alright, let me just do it like this for this one. Just to see if I'm like, if I'm missing a step. Alright, 2 times 2. Divided by 8. That's not right. Yeah, there's something really weird about this equation. I'll get it. Just give me a second. It's 2, 4. I got that right, so that's 2. Yeah, this is a strange one. You know that 20 is like multiplied. Yeah, that something really feels off about this one. All right, so we know 2. All right, 2 divided into multiplied into itself is 2. It's 4. Unless I think I know what they're trying to do here. Now. So we'll say 4 times... divided by 8. Answer should be 10 if I'm right. I may be wrong here, but... yeah, they started me over. Yeah, that one's more complex. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Wasn't 18? Yeah, I got ahead of myself on that one. Of course, they like do a really, a massive curveball at me with this now. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I just did this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My 7. Divided by... oh, that's 1. It's 1. 1 divided by 3. Now I'm having problems with this one now. 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Okay, that was weird. Okay, now this one right here. All right, 2. So it's like if I say 2, if I say 2, 4, or 2 divided by 8, it's still gonna be like what, 4? All right, 4 times 20 is 40. Let me try this. Now, if this is the solution, I know it probably ain't gonna be. I knew it. Yeah, definitely having some struggles with this one. This is like probably one of the hardest ones yet. 4, 5. All right, so 6. I just did this one, wasn't it? 4. Darn. Yeah, I'm having some problems with this one. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 1. Wasn't it 6 again? Yeah. All right, that's what I got right there. So it's 6 again. So it's Geigen was turned around. All right, now this one right here is the one that keeps on catching me. 2, 4. It's 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. See, again, there's no 25 on this, though. I keep on coming up with 25. All right, so it's got 2. So 2 times, so 2 square, unless 8, 8, 0. I don't know why I was thinking that was going to work. Hang on. Go and get on right back over to it. I've been on this one for far too long now. Wait a minute. I think I figured it out. Maybe 2, 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So if we look at it like this, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times, 20 times 4 is, hang on. No, that's not it either. 2 times, all right, 2 times 2 is 4. If we do it this way, we'll try this. 4 times 20, 80. I think we already did this. 80 divided by 8 is 10. Nah. Wait one dang minute. Probably ain't it either. That was a bunch of BS. I hate that one. We had like, multiply, we had to multiply before we did the dividing. Now this right here, ooh, okay. So 3 times, all right, 3 times 2 is 6. So times 6 and that 36. Minus 4 is 31. That ain't right. All right, yeah, definitely lost in translation. This one's like even more complex to an extent. Okay, so the way we're doing this, I guess it's 3 plus. Like I said, it's the combinations I'm seeing here. Because no matter what, if you divide if you multiply 3 into 2, it's 6. If you add all right, so it's 5. Hold on, I think I get this now. 5 times 6 is 5 times 6 is 30. Yeah, these are getting tougher. So 3 plus 2 is 5. All right, 3 plus 2 is 5. Let's just try to say there's a starting number here. Hang on, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 21. No, that's not right either. Yeah, I'm kind of getting into calculator territory with some of this now, rogues. 3 plus 2. That's not right either. This is tough. All right. And like I said, I've been on this puzzle for a while now already. Trying to, like, get to this last bit of it. They're getting more complex equations here. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Because the thing about it is, it's not just the math stuff now. It's like it's the equation itself is what's confusing. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 3 times 2 is 5. 5. We're just trying to, say, not say addition here. 3 times 2 is 5. No, 3 times 2 is 6. 6 into itself. 6 times 6 is 36. 32. I don't want to go through all that again. That's not it. It's like I said, it's the part right here where it's got like the multiplication and addition things. So plus a square. Now we know we need to whatever we get for the number. Hold up. Okay. 3 plus 2 is 5. So we're going to say it like this. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 6 is 30 again, but I didn't really want to try. All right. 30 times 4 is 120. 120. 5 by 6. It can't be right. I know it's not going to be. Fuck. I thought I had it there. Three times 2 times 4. 24. 5. Figured that wasn't going to be the case either. Well, yeah, whatever. Just I was getting frustrated with that. So we keep getting back to this one now. And again, it's just... Unless we're doing this out of order. I don't know. So let's say like this. 3 plus... Alright, 3 times 2, that's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ain't it either. Jeez, this is a pain in the ass. And that ticking clock in the background ain't helping. Alright, so... Because we have to divide something into, like, you know, multiply something in itself with a square. But it's the fact you got 2 different colors here, so I want to say it's kind of like going to be like, if we kind of do it like this. 3 times 2, I've probably already done this before. 3 times 2. So we put like 5 divided into itself. Or 6 divided into itself. Or 6, like, you know, powered into itself. 6 times 6 plus 5 minus 4 That's not it either. I know dang well this thing could be that. I think I was off on an equation somewhere. Whatever. I just keep. Well, it's worth it. That's the key we need. Screw this game. I'm out of here. No. I never want to do that again. And that was just me pushing. Stupid 6. Well, at the end I just guessed it kind of. I think I was off on one of my numbers. Okay, let's just go ahead and see if we can access the secret garden. Well, afterwards, well, first off, first things first. I got a way I can go about this. I'm gonna like try to like see if I can have like the secret garden lever as close to the antechamber as possible. But I don't know if it's gonna work. We also had, like, we can't really unlock anything at the moment anyway. See, this is what I'm talking about right here, though. They're trying to do everything they can to keep me from, like, you know, getting a path to the foundation. That's what bugs me about this. Like, I'm trying to, like, get to the foundation, and they're not letting me. Like, the way I want to. That's... See? Everything is leading me away from it. And that's what keeps frustrating me about this. Okay, let's see if I can just kind of like, you know, work some magic here. Alright. So that would have been nice to have. See, here it goes again. It literally just locked. This is what frustrates me like crazy about this game. Some of these dead end rooms or whatever, they just completely, like, you know, block me off. Like, I have a plan going, and that's my run. My run just got ruined right there. Well, yeah. Like, here's, I got a plan. It was like, oh, well, you know, yeah, it's... Okay, now this right here felt like a cursed run. I don't care. You know, but it's on me. I should have went back and got some gems. But, you know, they're not going to get me like that again. And what really, really frustrates me about this is I basically, you know, I went through all that to get that key or whatever. So I'm hoping I can find another coat check if I'm lucky and just go and put that away. But again, this is like just irritating when you have like this whole thing that like somehow everything gets blocked off. I mean, it was on me for, I guess, the hallway. I mean, I did make some mistakes here. I'm not going to say it's all not my fault, but... Not gonna lie, that frustrates me. I'm determined. Oh, now they want to give me keys left and right. All right. I think we've kind of like read just about everything. We'll do the fixed stars next. I mean, spend gems to redraw. Well, it's not really gonna help me here. It's our first time going to the study. At least it's the only one I can really access. Okay, plus 2, at least there's a safe in here. Don't know that we're going to find any way to open it. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I know. Is that what they're talking about? They're talking about the puzzle. Like the same puzzle I've been doing. With the pictures. I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anna if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair of each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely a delusional thing that's going to be pulled off by Thursday. Yeah, I think y'all pulled it off. Still need to decipher it. Where I mean, I don't know. I probably don't even have all the rooms yet, but I really feel like I got the vast majority of them, so I can do something with it. But only thing here is there's nothing in here. It seems like it kind of like hints of what like the safe combination would be for the study. I mean, I do have like some codes I can try, but I know they're not really gonna probably get me anywhere. Okay, 1106. Okay, nothing there. 1006. I mean, it's probably not going to be this easy in regards to like one of these combinations. We'll try the 603 because I don't think like the other ones, like they're like 6 digits, are going to really count. 6. Darn it. So another conundrum to crack. I mean, considering like all the emphasis they're putting on the pictures or whatever here, that might be like how we get into that safe. Whatever the case, it's irritating that my run got like ended like such a stupid fashion. I mean, some of it was on me. I'll own up to that. But there was like so much there that definitely worked against me. And it just irritates me like the whole way across where they were like doing rooms that, had dead ends to them. And that was like one, and I don't know. Because I know there was that one thing with the observatory, like I tried to dodge that would like, give me more dead ends. But I tried to dodge that one. And it's like they were trying to like kind of like, putting that one at me on, that's what they were like, throwing at me there. Yeah, I just made a mistake in walking out there, like, forget my money. I'm at least going to, like, get the rooms drafted, see where we're going. So now I gotta find that, after everything I went through to get that key. See, now look at this. Already, immediately, like, to the, yeah, I'm gonna do that. It seems like now that I've got, like, a plan, like, the game's trying to work against me, like crazy. Alright, I'm gonna go and do the parlor right there, just to go ahead and, like, so I can have my shot at the gems. I'd like to do a den, but I'm gonna wait on that for the moment. I really need to get that plot, you know, up to the foundation the best I can. Do that, and because at the end of the day, you know, even if I do get the secret garden key and like and get everything like, you know, set to unlock the antechamber, it's not like it's gonna really matter if I can't like even get down the elevator. I always do the tool shed. Well, don't know if I'm gonna have much use for this. Who knows, maybe I can combine it into something better if I'm lucky. The metal detector, you know, I'll definitely take that. I mean, I know I've called it useless at times, but there have been, like, you know, rooms where, like, keys and everything are showing up. I haven't really noticed them as much. I have tried to be thorough with checking rooms, but a few of them have actually, you know, escaped me at a few adventures. Okay. So, I'm gonna try to go straight on up. See, first thing, dude. Like, I was hoping to have, like, a north path or whatever, and they immediately, like, you know, blocked that off from me. Okay, well, hopefully this one, like, you know, curves up. Right, come on, go up, go north. Whatever. Now, of course, like, when I have a room that does it. But see, we're going to play this by my rules now, because what this means is now I'm going to have, like, you know, ways in here all three ways. I'm going to open up each of these doors. Okay, I thought that was supposed to be like a, something that was like a lever. It was supposed to give me a lever or something. I'm doing something wrong here. I wonder if, I think I know, I'm hoping it might go the way I'm hoping it's going to. I'm going to try something. Because that's BS right there. I finally did that. Just, yeah, whatever. You take my money. I don't care. I'm trying something else. Except when I can't. Because here we go with this now. Try to come up with another idea and they block me off. Should have went on down to the parlor and everything. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to go and actually, you know, since it's kind of like, you know, causing me problems on what I'm trying to do, I might go and end the run quickly. Just go and get to the next one. We need to go to the Nook. I'm trying something else. Cause I'm hoping it could be that I got, like, you know, I think, like, someone was pointing out, like, on the previous stream, someone suggested it. We were talking about, like, I think, like, you know, what if we can, like, you know, put something on the, like, you know, on the other side of the, pulley. Not like it's gonna matter, because look at that. Well, you know, I'm gonna make it matter. Trying to nerf me now. I'm gonna, like, I'm going in there. I'm gonna try to, like, you know, see if I can test this. I'm still gonna have to, like, have some serious luck here, like, to get to go, like, curve around. Just hoping this is gonna work. I'm sorry if I'm not a little frustrated, Rogues. It's just that, you know, I got, like, a plan, and now it seems like suddenly, you know, like, you know, all I'm getting is, like, doors that are, like, you know, giving dead ends, like, to the path I want to go. And now look at this. Great. The one way I can rotate things, it requires a gem to do it. I mean, if I rotate, I won't be able to actually, you know, go through. It's fine, I'm gonna chance something else. Could come in handy. Yeah, I'm not giving up. I mean, see, now look at that. And I didn't think about it. I could, like, just went and got some gems, like, you know, from back at the start. Now they're throwing all these locked doors at me. Wow. Few coins. Which could probably get me a key. Because maybe my plan, what I'm trying to do, may not be, like, the best plan. See, they only want to, like, give me, like, a door that's facing upwards. The way I need it to go. When it's not where I need it to go. And instantly, even if I can't figure, at least if I can figure out, like, how to, like, do this whole thing with the, foundation. This book is a complete... why would I need... I literally, you know, I've already read this. This is the book that's actually in the, well, that was a waste. Literally is the book, you know, I've read in the observatory. Speaking of. Like I said, this is the complex nature of this. I need to get the secret garden key, get the right, you know, like, thing for the foundation to be able to use the lever, and work my way to the antechamber. And with all the, like, you know, these dead ends they've been, like, throwing at me, it's kind of been a bit complex. I'm gonna save my gem. See, we're also gonna do this. Yeah, see, I need to use the gem to do that. It just sucks when you got, like, a plan and you can't enact it. Of course, I mean, I want it to be challenging, but... Now throwing a locked door at me right here in the center. Whoa! We never had this one before. Next time you enter boudoir, gain 10 steps. Next time you enter walk-in closet, gain 3 gems. We also just never been in here. Does it never end? That's a weird one. Okay, there's like a... like an hourglass symbol on it. Upgrade disc. Let's just rob a dead woman while we're at it. Okay, so... They're giving me, like, so much stuff to interact with in here, but I can't really do anything with it. There's always got to be a way to get inside her lock. Or her diary. See, it's weird because there's this right here. something around here. This thing, it's giving me like a, unless it's on the other side. That don't make no sense. So let me see. I'm gonna go to the library, make sure I'm not missing anything over here. Make sure it's not like something bleeding through. It literally is the key. Okay, that was, yeah. It was just that key I was close to. All right, so the thing is, I don't know how to get in that diary. It feels like this should be like some kind of clue. I'm wondering what it could be is that we see a picture of him somewhere. We can check the picture. I swear I thought I saw a picture like this in the office. Because it's kind of a bit on the nose that there's a locket of this guy. You close it. It's got an hourglass on it. And she's got the hourglass on her diary. So, make a note of this so I can remember it for later. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of feeling like maybe that's now we got like get the office just to be able to get the key or wherever it was we saw that picture. All right, let me see. Okay. And that was kind of like succinct enough for me to kind of like know what I'm trying to deal with it. Also, guys, I'll be right back. Just give me just one more time. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Hopefully that's the last break I'll be taking tonight. And I don't know how many more runs I'm gonna do for this tonight. I'm trying to like get this combination to happen the way I want it to, but things ain't really working out. I made like a note of that, so with any luck, I can kind of like get a key for that later, because we, at the very least, we know how we can access our chambers, but it's not like it's still gonna be a rare spawn. We gotta like access it from above. So okay, we'll do this. All the locked doors. And I ain't got had the lot picking set in a while now. Of course, the one thing they're gonna give me like that doesn't ruin everything is this. Which takes a gem. But we do need to at least try to find the I know we read that manual that showed there was like ways to drain the pool. I don't know if there's any real point to doing that. So my guess is this leads. It looks like it's gonna lead to an aquarium. Whoa. I got the sledgehammer this time. Okay, that works really well. 3 keys. This is like the entrance to the aquarium. Geez, another tunnel? I know they said if I entered here, I could, like, you know, it is going to, like, you know, going to the right. So I could hopefully, maybe, if I'm lucky, look back down to the foundation, but I know I won't be able to. And they said next time I enter, like, you know, increase my steps. Like, do the, like, her ladyship's chambers. We already read that letter, so. And I know they're gonna stop me before I get over to it. They like to do that. Of course, they're gonna throw that at me. I want to do this because it'll still get as much. No, that's not gonna work either. Well, if I can get to the commissary. See, I'm not a fan of the. No, because. Here we go. So they think. I'm gonna try to control this the best I can. My problem is the dark rooms, but they're probably gonna like, no, this is where they're gonna get me, because they always like to do that. The dark room's probably about to definitely mess me up. Of course, now watch this. The pump room. Control water flow through this. Okay, well, that's something that we can try at least. Even though I now have no way of getting to the other side of the foundation like I wanted. We've got access to the pool, so it'll be interesting to see what happens if we mess with it. This is weird because, unless we got, like, make it go somewhere else. Yeah, this system's really... Yeah, this is a pretty conflicting system here. I'm trying to think, was the fountain like outside? I don't fill back up. Hang on. Okay, so another puzzle. All right, let me see here, because this ain't really helping. All right, pump control, water source selection. That's like way too complex. I'm trying to empty the stupid thing. Unless we put this as neutral. Okay, I thought I turned it off. Think about the reservoir. See, that's that other area. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this puzzle. I don't even know what the hell's going on here. And there's another one over here. All right, hold on. Let me see. Maybe I might be able to make heads or tails of this now. Pump 6. So let's me like, 6. Hold up. I think I might get it now. There's 6 of these, right? Right. So guys, be right back one more time. so now that I'm actually kind of like figuring like, you know, this out like a little bit more, I mean, hopefully we can kind of like, you know, sorry, I saw something going on with my light there. Well, then kind of like, you know, get more of an idea on how like, you know, this whole grid works. So from what I can understand here, so one, because, I mean, I don't know if this really matters. Realistically, we want like, you know, things to go into this one. As a reserve tank. So I guess like the way we kind of like want to do this is we want to like try to figure out like which ones we now before anything else I want to get the pool drained. Alright, so let me see here. So we're gonna try to drain the pool. We want to like try to like, you know, put it here. So let me see, 5 units. Now if we put like and put some in the kitchen. Yeah, this puzzle's been pretty confusing. I'm not really too keen on it. I know you actually be able to like empty it anymore. That's what they're trying to say. Well, that is it. So try this. Nothing's wanting to go into the kitchen. Unless... That's weird. Nothing's wanting to go into the kitchen. Unless it's pump 4. This is... Alright, so I'm trying to think here. Now, if I move this over here and it does something. See, now, if it does like that, no problem. But it doesn't want to empty anything to the kitchen. Yeah, I hate this puzzle. I only really want to say hate, but... Wait, hold on. We gotta switch it over. Yeah, I'm not too keen on this one. But it fills it up just fine. I feel like the plan is to try to get something into the reserve tank, but I don't know how we do that. So it looks to me like the best way I can probably do is try to write this down for ease of access. I think I might understand to an extent how this might work. All right, pump room. All right. So it's like each one goes like a particular pump. Like 4 goes to pump 3. All right. So 1, 2. 1 and 2 go through pump 2. And there might be like certain tanks that go into as well. So we're gonna say pumps 1 and 2, or like, or you know, area, or like switches 1 and 2, go, or the pipes 1 and 2 go through pump 2. All right, 3 and 5. 3 and 5 go through pump 1. Pump 1. 4 goes through pump 3. All right, and goes through pump 3. And 6, pump 4. Okay, so this kind of like to make things a little bit easier to understand now if I'm right. All right. Now let's hope I'm calling it on this. So pump 1 and pump 2. Still don't know how to access the reserve tank is the problem, but the only issue with this. I'm trying to think what we currently have available, which is just the pool, really, and the fountain. So the fountain will be pump 1. It will be 1. If we want to try to drain this, that's going to be the tricky part. So pump 4 goes to pump 3. Well, I mean, it should. There's also nothing in there. It still is going to be very confusing. My guess is that, you know, if we have it up, it's going to the, or it's going that way. If we keep them neutral. Welcome in, Nika. Alright, so we gotta get like the water out of the tanks first. So we know for like, tank 1 is basically 5 and 6. 5, 6, and 3. Did I miss something here? God, this is still confusing. Alright, pump 1. Alright, 3 and, yeah, 3 and 5 are controlled through pump 1. Okay, now I think I know how we can do this. I can switch this around over to this one. Alright, that's already there. It should drain the aquarium. Really? I'm seeing it like, more of a layout of it right here, but... Unless it only goes to like a certain one. I mean, it's showing they can go in there unless I got something going on here that Okay, I get it. So pump 1's already filled. I hate this puzzle. I really do. So with the kitchen one, it has to go through tank 2, but it wasn't trying to drain anything. But also at the same time, there's nothing. Or I get how it is. There's nothing to put in the kitchen, nothing to take out of the kitchen either. So that's what we got here, and there's also nothing. So there's nothing between those two. So that's the whole shtick there. I hate this puzzle. I really do. All right, it's not really I hate it. It's just it's so convoluted. All right, but at least I'm kind of like understanding it more. So for 1, see that the thing about 1 is it can go either way. So the best way we can go about this with 1 What the devil? Okay, so let's see. Oh, right. There we go. So that shit. Okay. It makes things sound that you see in Resident Evil. Now, we want to completely drain the fountain. See, I'd personally like to drain the pool more than anything. And I think I kind of like have to understand how I can do that. So we should be able to put this back into the kitchen now. Now we're talking. So now that I'm actually understanding this stupid puzzle a bit more, I don't even really want to call it stupid. So the pool is the main thing I want to look at right now. So for the pool, that'd be 6. So that one's still full. And pump 4 is going to automatically go into tank 1. So we got to, like, drain something. Or we got to figure out, like, how to drain this one a bit. Just to be able to get through there. All right, so let me see. Tank 1. We can drain that into 3. No, 3's full. Yeah, we got to remember, it's 3 and 5. What's 5 got? 5 is full. Darn it. Yeah, got ourselves a bit of a dilemma here. Alright, so the reason why I wish I could just, like, put everything in this one. I don't know, there's, like, how we access that one. There's literally, like, no buttons or anything over here. It's just there. So the main takeaway from this, we want to drain the pool. The problem with the pool is that it's only going to go into tank 1. Tank 1 is full. So we'll switch right over to tank 1 and try to see what we can do about, like, Alright, so which ones have access to tank 1? 3, 5, and 6. So how can we get this out of... All right. Okay, simple solution. We put it back in the tank. We put this from tank 6 back into the pool for now. Okay, I kind of think I'm getting the hang of something here. Okay, we gotta use pump 4. Now we can start putting stuff in the tank, into this tank. From the greenhouse and the... Alright, so... Alright, I got it now. 3 and 4. 3 and 5. Those will go in the tank. Alright, so... Okay. 3 and 5. Pump 1. Alright. Now it's not as bad. Now that I know exactly how this thing works. It was very, very confusing at first, but now I think I'm kind of getting it. But still, we gotta figure out how we gotta, like... Okay. But here's where it's gonna be a bit more of a problem. But... See, 4 can go all the way to tank 2. See, there's still a matter of, like, trying to, like, you know, because we did that. But the issue with it is that, you know, now, like, you know, that's full and the pool's full. And I can't, like, you know, get it back into the aquarium from here. Unless we do the greenhouse first. Alright, Amber. That's fine. Yeah, this has, like, definitely been, like, a more tedious one or whatever. Like, just more of the puzzle solve instead of, like, actual exploring. I wasn't able to get everything I was wanting to do, but... Yeah, go get some rest. Alright, so tank 1. Pump 4. Alright, tank 6. Okay, so that's a tank... Like, that's the reason I wish we can, like, put something in the reserve tank. I don't know how exactly you do that. But I don't know if you're actually supposed to, like, you know, completely drain the fountain. Alright, so the fountain is 1. See, the fountain also, we can, like, put that in either one. So really, the fountain is is a kind of a wild card here. That might be, like, a key to this. Okay, so now we've done that. Which one's focused on tank 2? Alright. Really? The only ones that really focus that, like, have, like, you know... Yeah, tank 2 is... Like, literally just 1 and 2 are the only ones that kind of, like, can go either way. Well, tank 2 can go either way. Or, like, a pump 2 can go either way. So, really... Yeah, this thing sucks. I mean, it's still... I'm kind of have more of an understanding of it now. But still, like, pretty brutal. And I've been on this one for a bit, too. So, really, if we can put some back into the aquarium... Yeah. That might work. See, let's try this. Alright, so the aquarium is, Okay, that's I stand corrected. 4, 1, and 2 are the only ones that really, like, can... 4 can, like, go to either one. Or it looks... No? Yeah, it looks like, you know, 1 is the only one that's actually, like, a main line one, I think. I don't know if it means it can go either way in either one, but, either way. It looks to me like we need to do, the aquarium. That's number 3. So it's 4. Just the kitchen. That's right. We were wanting to put some back into the aquarium, so we'll take some out of tank 1. So I guess tank 1 really, or so I guess that one really, you know, does, so I guess it only goes to tank 2. Oh, never mind. I keep getting it mixed up. It's tank 2. Or pump 2. God, this thing's confusing. Okay, I didn't want to fill it back. Darn it. I forgot to switch the reservoir. And now I gotta do it again, because I'm making like a few mistakes here and there. I think it's got me a little tired. Which really, I mean, I was kind of like, you know, pretty energetic when I came in, but I think it's just from like doing the same stuff like repeatedly. Get this. Totally not what I wanted to do there. Okay, now it's not. Okay, it's so confusing. There's so many levers, so many things you gotta push. Okay, that was basically half of it, so now I should be able to drain the other half. Okay, well, I think that's honestly about the most we're gonna be able to drain this thing. But then again, unless what it is that we got, like, you know, somehow put like the other bit into the reservoir, but I don't know how it's possible because those these are full. Okay, I'm at least going to just check the fountain. See if there's anything new to it now. See what it looks like, because that's definitely like a very... See, because I still want to drain the pool, too. I'm hoping I'll have, like, you know, enough steps to do that also. Let's do that. So we're not quite up, like, enough to where I can get, like, a meal. I probably should have, like, already went and done that. Yes, her ladyship's chambers. Okay, let's go see like that if the fountain looks any different. Yeah, it's definitely looks like it's been drained. Like I guess that's how far as it could go. Whoa, what is this? Okay, at least you know all that paid off in some fashion. Problem is I couldn't get the rest of it drained though. So we do have to get that those other two little bits out of there. So we gotta figure out how to, like, you know, get the rest of it out, because I think we got like somehow put into the reservoir. So I definitely, if I can't like do the pump room thing tonight, I definitely want to like make sure I do it soon. At least I have access to this in the pool, so. probably should just cut through the foundation, but see, that would have took my money. So I'm hoping I can, like, you know, score the pump room again. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough steps to get back out. So at the very least, should I try to, like, go and do the pool room? See if I can drain that. At least I can get to that one if I can figure it out. Because I'm not gonna be able to get back outside to the fountain again. I can have enough steps. Probably a good idea to try to see if I can, like, you know, figure out the pool, which shouldn't be as problematic because literally, you know, it's not as big. Because we can just fill up the fountain, and then we can easily, like, you know, drain the pool, I think. So what was the pool thing? It was number 6. You know, going to... Alright. So we mainly just kind of need to isolate, you know, everything between, like, you know, the, what can work with 10... So it'll be, like, 3, 5, and 6 for how I can, like, try to get stuff out of the pool. Okay, it wasn't that. I keep on getting mixed up on it. Yeah, 1. We need pump 2. Okay, we'll just try to empty these out as much as I can, or whichever one it... Alright, so... Alright, pool, you're next. So the pool is number 6. We need to go through pump 4 for that. So that's the limit we're facing here, like the rest, or so if we can, yeah. I kind of get how we can do this now. So we can kind of, like, you know, feed part of this into the reservoir, part of it into the fountain. Yeah. Okay, now I can see how we can do this. And then we'll just, like, you know, feed it back through the pool, feed the rest of what's in the pool over there. And I should mostly have it. It's going to drain it all the way, though. See, again, like, that's the thing. Everything else is full, so... I don't think there's any way I can, like, you know, put, like, any of this in here because it's not going to route to it. That's the weird thing about it. Like, you know, some of these things, like, literally, you know, are... Unless there's something I'm missing. It only goes down to, like, to 1 notch, and because everything else is full now. The pool is literally, like, right there. So it makes me wonder if there's, like, a way to use the reserve thing. That's the only other way I can think about, like, you know, where I could, like, you know, get some of, like, these other things out of there, but I'm not seeing anything where I can use it. Might be another piece of the puzzle that I'm missing. I might not be able to solve this yet. Or hopefully maybe, like, the pool's drained enough I can see something here. See, I can step in it now, so... I feel there's gotta be like some point to draining the pool. I see anything I can push. So I felt there might be like some kind of like really deep, pun intended, like underlying puzzle with the pool. Let me, because there's this right here. Okay, so I don't know what this will be for, whatever, because again, like I drained it. It feels like there's some purpose of doing so, but it may be like another underlying puzzle, but either there's not really anything else I can do today. I'm not going to be able to make it back to the billiard room anyway. I can at least go and check and see where the corridor would lead. And plus, at least I know how the puzzle works. Seeing this, just the... Let's see, that would be great. Start tomorrow with 20 extra steps. At least that's a way I can kind of like have a little something extra to work with. Yeah, so Sauna gave us 20 extra steps for tomorrow. No point getting a sleeping mask. Because I won't be able to make it back to the boudoir anyway. Okay. So we're going to do another day. Just want to like, just let that do its thing. Alright, so at least I know how the pump room puzzle works now. You know, it took like a lot of getting the hang of, and I still probably ain't mastered it. So I'm having a feeling, like, once I get, at least I know, I should have a proper means of, like, getting the rest of the, I just need to get the fountain completely drained. I can explore down there some. So that's another thing I definitely want to try to work on. If I can get the pump room again, I really want to try to get down to the bottom of the fountain. So we know that thing's got a secret to it now. Okay, so we got 90 steps to work with now. I'm going to do everything I can to put them to good use. So it makes me wonder, because I noticed I saw some coins in the fountain. I wonder if it means, like, every time I put, like, you know, coins in there, I can go back and get them, like, you know, if I do the puzzle. I'll do the trading post. And that one picture puzzle. See, because here's the thing also. If I could, like, make, like, the burning glass again, because they said, like, you can light fuses with it. And, well, we got a fuse. So I wonder if something would happen. Like, I wonder if I actually, you know, cause the dynamite to blow up. But I need, like, a magnifying glass and a metal detector for that. Alright, whatever the case. Hopefully, like, things run a little bit smoother this time. Okay, we're gonna, like, go and get my key. Alright, because I want to, like, try to, like, do, like, test what I was wanting to do before, which was, you know, with the foundation. Trying to make, like, a dead end on the other side of it. Do a spare room. Make sure there's no keys in here. I think I'm gonna go into the billiard room here. Holding my chance I might get the secret garden key. But everything else has to fall in line too. So, see, and I just thought I got that upgrade just for I never got to find a place to install it. Oh, jeez. This ain't that bad. 13 minus 4. 2 minus 3. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Should be like 4. Okay, 17 minus 6. 9, 10, so 7. I want to be 7, right? Jesus. Okay. 2. 2 times 2 is 4. It's 20. 40. All right. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 10 is 40. 40 divided by itself. 40 times 1 is 1. So 8 times 40. Or 40 divided 8 divided by 40. Or 40 divided by 8. That's right. I don't think that's right. 5. Just want to make sure. All right, well, I did most of the legwork on that one. The silver key. So if I did want to go and try to do the Fourier and Great Hall route, I could at least do that. All right, so let's see here. All right. I want to at least test my theory. It seems like things might be linking to me possibly hopefully be able to do that this time, but knock on wood, because they definitely, have, screwed me over on it before. And at least I got plenty of steps to work with on it. Yep, here it goes. I knew it was too good to be true. I keep trying to get around to the right side of the chapel, or right side of the foundation, but they keep on, give me this pass to go in the opposite direction. So I'm gonna have any luck of doing this. I gotta curve all the way around it, which I don't know is gonna. All right. To the parlor. Box next to this box. The box next to this box is true. Both boxes next to this box contain gems. A box next to this box contains gems. It's gotta be that one then. Hang on. Box next to this box is true, so you're lying. The box next to this box contains gems. But the other one's saying both boxes contain. I'm probably gonna be wrong, but... Oh, okay, called it. That was another one where they were really trying to be tricky, but... I'm gonna chance something here. Perfect. So we got this. The problem is we still need to get the Fourier, so I didn't have to actually use the one key. We still need to get the Fourier though. Unless I hold off. Or I get really lucky here. So which one was it that had the lever before? Since I already used it. I might just... See, of course, like, it's, again, they're wanting to go in the opposite direction from where I'm wanting to go. I ain't doing the dark room, because I know that's going to mess me up. Still have a way of kind of getting around the other side, if I'm lucky. Ah, great. Okay, that didn't work out well. And what they're showing me is I ain't got no way to get inside the foundation. Alright, so yeah, this run ain't going that well either, Rogues. Unless I kind of like get really lucky. Manage to... See, because the tunnels... See, now look at this. Now that like these are starting to... Like, yup, here we go. Hopefully maybe this will help out somehow. Okay, well, never mind. So I've realized it doesn't do it in that room. Yeah, this run is not going that well either. As I figured, like, you know, my plan wasn't going to work out that well. You know, wasn't going to, like, you know, be easy to do. All things considered. But it just feels like there's been multiple times where this has been working against me in regards to, like, you know, what kind of rooms they... Again, like, so many times I've been trying to get... the plan is I've been trying to get to the right side of the foundation and see if I can get, like, if I do, like, a dead-end room there. Or if I do, like, a thing where I, yeah, like, where it would normally be lead to a door would lead somewhere, just has, like, a dead end. I would, like, you know, I was wanting to check and see if, like, it would be possible I didn't have, you know, I could, like, you know, spawn, like, a lever. Or something. But again, everything I'm doing here is, like, trying to work against me. I'm not really, you know, getting much in the form of keys. See, including that. Yeah. This run did not work that well to my favor either, but I also have, okay, well, at least that, like, that door opened. Of course, there was, like, some seriously bad comedy there. Yeah, I can't even get into the foundation because the Great Hall is locked or whatever. Like, the other way into it is locked. So this run just got completely just... I mean, I do have one more way I can go in the den, but that's probably not going to really lead to much. Yeah, I got so close. I mean, I got into the antechamber last time. And everything's going south. Key, at least. Okay, at least this gives me a, you know... shovel, at least. That kind of worked out alright, but... And I always could go out to the trading post and see if I can trade something. See, now there's the broken lever, but so no matter what way I go about this, there's basically, yeah. I can get 3 keys, so that actually does kind of help. Push, kind of shove. I think I put the car keys away in the event that I drew the garage. Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you have been driving for his lordship. Your absence must be accounted for, Miss Babbage. She put emphasis on that 3. Okay, now if I'm lucky and can at least get the coat check. I want to say I think that the I left the car keys there. If I'm lucky, maybe at least I could do that. Get some more gems. I mean, didn't we already do the parlor? It must be because of the... Yeah, because of the Chamber of Mirrors. White box does not have a statement. Gems are in a box with a statement. So you could be lying. You're telling the truth. Whatever, because I already had some gems. It's probably not going to go the way I want it to. Oh, we got it. Well, at least that went my way. Because, like, there's definitely not a whole lot else it is. Well, change purse, at least. That's always a plus, too. So at least this run isn't feeling as cursed now. Still got, like, you know, just... take it as it goes. Because we got 4 keys, so at least I can go and open up more of the rooms. More of the Great Hall stuff. So there's still a chance I could get around to the other side of the foundation like I was wanting to. But I'm also not going to get too ahead of myself on it. Now see, the way I want to go about this is going to be a bit more of a trek. I ran that way as the key, like right here, when I could, like, you know, use... well, no. Since I already know, like, where this goes, I'd rather, like, keep this blocked off for the time being. And I'm not going to use that just yet. Still, like, a few little, like, risks here and there. I'd rather, like, you know, save my keys for being able to open up as many doors as I can, or having, like, as many shots in case, like, things don't exactly go in my favor. So with the layout of all this, definitely not good for the steps. Okay, right through to the Great Hall. Okay. Still don't know exactly what the point of, like, you know, pushing that button is. Hopefully, if I get lucky, I'll go and have, like, the way I want to go. See, another thing is that I technically could, if I could, like, do this. Do what I'm trying to do here. I can still unlock the antechamber. Well, that's exactly what I was trying not to do before, but I turned around and did it. Okay, we got a couple more shots here. Gems. Okay. So that leads... So that means this is likely going to be a little dead-end thing. Hopefully this is the right one. Got it. Okay, so at least we opened up a door to get back to the antechamber. But the problem is, now I don't have a key to open this door. Wait, hold up. Now this is the best of both worlds here. It's going to take, like, some money. But... And I don't really want to redraw the floor plan. Or I can just do this. But see, that way... Either way, there's a chance it's probably going to be locked. I got the gems. I'd rather do this so I don't get penalized. Now, the only issue is it may still be locked. I got a shovel I can use to kind of dig, see if I can, like, you know, get a little bit more. So at least we did manage to kind of turn this around and get back into the foundation. I do still have, like, you know, decent bit of steps, and if I can go up a little bit further, you know, dining room's all the way there in the map. Okay, that just sucked. Now let's just hope I can do, like, what I'm trying to do here, like, test my theory out. If I can get in here. Okay, it's not locked. And get the commissary. This is kind of going in my favor. Just knows it'll let me do another billiard room here. I'd rather do this. So I had the gems. Now let's hope that this next room is going to let me do what I'm hoping to do. Please let me get some keys. Of course, they ain't got no keys. Darn it. So there's a chance I might, you know, if I can get a key or wherever, I can get in there and hopefully, like, do what I'm wanting to do. But still no guarantees on it. And that way's locked. Darn it. Yeah, I think a worst case scenario just happened here. Because I think, like, the hallway over here is... See, if I didn't use on the wrong door... Which got me some gems, which helped. Unless there's a key in here I'm missing, which I doubt it. Yeah, I don't think I really got any way to continue forward. Because this door is going to be locked. Unless I get the metal detector and it makes more keys sprout up. I've had a theory that may be what happens. Because it does seem like, you know, keys have suddenly showed up in rooms, like, after I got the metal detector. It does say, like, you know, it... Greater chance of finding them. Really got much else to lose, aside from steps. Now, I'm hoping the way this will work, I can go into the hallway over here, and it'll go ahead and give me one. But I don't know if it, like, sprouts them in rooms that you've already been in. If that's actually what happens. It's a greater chance of finding them, but I don't know if it's really been confirmed that it plops them on in there, like, after the fact. See, and I could have got the sledgehammer and opened this up. I didn't think about that. Yeah, this is not really going in my favor here. Wait a minute. Did I use my stupid self? I don't think I got the keys out of the garage. If that's what's going on here, I'm going to be kicking myself. Because I think I left out of there because I was... No, I got them. I couldn't remember if I picked them up or not. Alright, so yeah, I'm running out of ideas here. Alright, check that one and that one. Just feels like every time, like, I kind of, like, you know, get a little bit closer to what I'm trying to do. Welcome to Elginox. Like, the rug gets pulled out from under me. This game's really good about it. I mean, like I said, I trust me when I say I'm completely in understand that it is a roguelike. I, you know, get that that's how this is supposed to go, but it's definitely brutal at times. And we only got 15 steps left, so it looks like I have to, like, start over again. Yeah, no keys. And it's just the fact I was so close to testing out what I was wanting to try with the commissary, you know, over there, like, near the, like, at the foundation. I was finally got around to where I could have gotten to the east side of it. And, well, yeah. So it looks like we're going to have to start over again, because, only other areas, require keys, which I have none of. So we're going to have to call it a day and try again. I'm going to try at least 1 or 2 more times here. Alright, this ain't quite over yet tonight, Rogues. I just keep hoping I get, like, a good, you know, lucky run for what I'm, you know, wanting to try to pull off, but it hasn't really been going in my favor. But at least we know, like, if I get the pump room again, I can, like, you know, try to, like, do the fountain puzzle right there. I said, hate that, you know, the sauna bonus I had, like, you know, got, I wouldn't really say wasted, but I feel like I got more used out of it than what I did. Let's see, we pull, like, you know, this time we get tool shed. I always want to go for the tool shed. Metal detector. See, it's too bad. Like, here's the frustrating part. If we could have got, like, the hovel or whatever it was, or I can't remember if it was the hovel or I think, yeah, the trade, the trade thing or whatever. This is like what we could have used to get the burning glass. If we were able to pull the workshop, which we didn't anyway, previously. And then we had, like, the trade station or whatever, and we wouldn't need, like, a workshop and, like, these 2 items I just picked up to make the burning glass. But at least, you know, we did that down below and got the tunnel plot. Alright. Now I'm continuing to try, like, you know, see if I can work my way around to the right side of the foundation. Alright, we'll unlock the billiard room here. Okay, so it's a good thing we got the metal detector starting off. I guess it means, like, every room we enter, we can, like, have that chance to... There it is. It's blending pretty well with the floor. Alright, 18. Oh, they're throwing that at me, like, immediately here. 18 minus 12 is 6. Times 2, which is 12. Which will be 2. Okay. 8 minus 2. Oh, no, wait. 13 minus 8. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. 5 times 5 minus 2 is 3. All right, 3. Okay. 20 minus, all right. 20 minus 3. 17. It will be 7. Okay, something was wrong there. Guess I added something wrong. All right, so this was 12, right? Just go ahead and try to like storm pass through this. I believe that was 12 for this one, unless I missed something. Yeah, I did. All right, 18. Or was it 4? Yeah, I'm. All right, let's add it right. All right, 18. It's 12. 6. It was 12. I thought I said 12. Okay, yeah, I get it. It's all right, hold on. All right, like just take a step back. Let's just do this calmly. Not trying to rush it. All right, 18 minus 12 is 6. Times 2 is 12. Or 6 times 2 is 12. Divide by 6. It's 2. I can't believe I just took that. I literally just saw the puzzle a minute ago. Might be getting a little tired. 8 minus 2 is 6. Oh, wait. 8. All right, 13. Okay, what was this one again? It was 5, wasn't it? 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5. Hold on, 5. 10, isn't it? Okay, what'd I do that wrong that time? I hate these puzzles. Okay, 13 minus 8. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Times 2 be 10. So why is it? Unless it's they're trying to throw me off. If I'm right here, I think I know what I did wrong. Right. All right. It's like it's different sequences they're having to do here. 10. 10. Done. Got a key card at least. Okay, so at least that's a good thing to have there, considering like all the key card doors they're throwing at me. So the problem we got with this, for me to try to like do what I want to do, I could do the parlor, get 3 more gems out of it, and then go that way. And I can still like go around it. We still gonna need access to the foundation. I'm not really too keen on the archives. Yeah, I could definitely screw my run up. So I'll just chance this. Okay, we got the change purse. So I can pick the change purse up before that and notice it. All right. All 3 statements are false. I know that's BS. 2 statements are false. That could be possible. The gems are in a box with a false statement. I got you, I think. All 3 statements can't be false, but it is possible for 2 to be false. And this right here, this gems are in a box with a false statement, which by all accounts is false in itself, I feel. It's meaning 2 statements are, so basically, that means this one has to be true. Meaning if it's saying it's in a box with a false statement, it has to be a one with a true statement. See if this is right. Booyah. Oh, here they go with this now. See, this is what I'm talking about. I try to come up with a plan and they do this. I mean, there's still a chance of me, like, you know, being able to try again on what I'm doing, what I'm going to do. But God, I hate when this happens. It's like when I need, like, a way that goes up the most, like, it goes down. Well, I mean, there's the office at least, but it's not really going to help me much. But there is that one thing I was wanting to try to do, like looking at think about the key. So here's the. Hold up. See, this is the picture I was talking about before, whatever that was in the locket. But there may not be any significance to it. There's a camera we saw before. There's a coupon book. So yeah, we're still not really like having much luck here with anything. I already know I don't really have like the combination of this just yet. So it looks to me like, you know, what I was hoping for, like with the office, like having this picture here was like there was a wild goose chase of that. Again, like, you know, I saw like his thing in the lock. I guess it's just pretty much in the end. I was thinking there might have been like some significance to his picture here, like hiding the key to her diary. All right, can I do this payroll thing again? All right, it's probably will be my last run on this tonight, guys. Things didn't really. I mean, things didn't go the way I kind of was hoping they were going to during this, but it's kind of, you know, I didn't expect it to. But I was hoping at least, you know, kind of get the combination I was hoping for. Just didn't really happen. Okay, so yeah, that definitely can help. I'll save the rest in case I can get like that set of gems, because I might need those. There's the lab. Now, like, yeah, see, they're already like, yeah. It's going that way. It's going that way again. This is just the thing. The main frustration is trying to, like, you know, get up to the, like, test out what I was wanting to do with the foundation. I might still have a chance of doing it. Let's hope this is just going to be like a standard hallway I can go through without any problems. And there's the problems. See? Nope. Wow. Okay, well, that actually works. Okay. A little reroll kind of helped a little bit. All right, now let's just hope that... Because like I said, I just want to test this theory of mine. If I can get around to the, like... It's probably not going to let me get over there, but... I mean, so far, so good. Now I just need this to go up. Let me go upwards, you know, this way and the way I want to. Come on now. Of course, the one that that would let me, I need a gem for it. And once again, see, I need to start making a habit of making sure I go, like, I try to go back and get gems as neat, or at least just buy one. Because once again, it screwed me over on what I was wanting to do. And I don't think I'm going to be able to loop up around the hallway the other way, like up to, around the foundation the other way. Like, at least I can give me some more steps here. It would have been nice to have that previously. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go and buy me some gems just to be safe. So that way it's not going to, like, stop me from getting anywhere moving forward. Because again, the plan is I've made, like, doorways, like, on all sides of the foundation, and it didn't, like, give me, like, a lever or anything, which is what I thought, like, what I was supposed to do. So get the sledgehammer just in case I need it. At least the coupon book came into play. I think this is, like, definitely probably, like, the most items I've ever had at one time. I've got, like, so many, like, ideas, like, for things I can do to try to get into the room, but it's just a matter of making it happen. So I'm going to get extremely lucky here. I want to at least have, like, one more spot for the right there, as much as I didn't want to, like, use a gem. This room is still, like, one that's been pretty confusing as well. I was trying to figure out, like, the puzzle here. Right for the safe. Alright, okay, hopefully this'll, let me... I did it to get my gem back. Hopefully it's gonna, like, let me, go right. Good thing I had those gems. I'm gonna have to keep on getting lucky here. I don't think I'm going to. This is gonna complicate things, and now I'm not gonna be able to see one of my floor plans. But it's the only way it was going right. Here we go. I figured my luck was gonna run out eventually, and now they're not want to give me any keys. Okay, had to use a gem for that, but okay, we got some keys at least. All right. I still do want to keep on wishing I can get the coat check, so I can see what's in the in the car. But if it is possible for me to drive it somewhere, I'd still have to, like, find the breaker room to be able to turn the open the gate or open the garage door. All right, so we got a couple of ways we can go here. At least I can head back to the den and. Okay, I mean, I could go ahead and do the since I was saying that there's a possibility we would need the to open the door if I do get, because if I can find the coach, I can get the car keys if I still have them there. I can't remember if I took them out or not. Okay. So there's that. If, like, the stars align, I can get a coat check. Now, see, I'd like to have that to see if I could do the, see if I can do the fountain puzzle again. So So I think I might actually go ahead and invest the gem in this as much as I don't want to. Because this way, if I can't do... Okay, so that's cool too. So apparently, whatever I keep draining, so if I was to go ahead and drain the fountain at the start or whatever, if I drain the fountain, if I can get the pump room, it'll stay drained. So that's good to know. It doesn't reset. That's really good news. At least that's something going for me. Alright, I'm hoping for a coat check here. Well, that actually kind of worked out. For once, like, you know, the archive thing actually worked in my favor. Drop-off address is 14227 Sandy Heights, a small garage on the south edge of Trinsdale. The goods are already secure in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule, and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to come in. Oh, the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already had payment ready. One 14227, that's gotta be something. One 14227. Alright, so there's that. Is there anything else in here? I want to make sure I kind of got everything covered. So we couldn't, like, drive the car, but at least we were able to open it. Hold up. Got this, too. An upgrade disc. So make sure I cover everything here before I leave. I guess that's all I could do with it. So I could humor it, just open the door. I don't think I can take this thing for it, because one of these kids not even old enough to drive. Yeah, I think that's basically all there was to it. It looks like they were, like, you know, smuggling moonshine or something. So if nothing else, rogues, we at least, if I can get another pump, if I can get the pump room, like, you know, to manifest again, I can at least try to, like, you know, go and drain, like, everything for the, outside. Now, this can work in my favor, because... Actually, not necessarily. There's no point in doing the dark room, because... You know... I mean, it could at least help me get into the foundation. There's really not any point to it, because, I mean, I didn't, like, get the, you know, the antechamber unlocked this time. But I at least want to test my theory, but... See... So here's the deal. I do this. Now, it's going to be a bit of a, not that far back. But I got the utility closet unlocked, so I can just go and nullify the effects of it. Alright. We'll do archive. Probably just... Yep. We've still got another way we can go with the archives, but... Where was that pump room? Or not pump room, the utility box. So that way, I can see where I'm, at least I can see where I'm going. Which it was going to lead to the foundation anyway. It's not like I really need to do that. But... There's a possibility the dark room may have something in it. I know archives. See, I want to try to focus on trying to... This is going to be problematic, because this is going to be a make or break for this. Because if this doesn't go straight ahead... No, I'm gonna just try to do the dining rooms. That way I can try to still curve around. And plus, it gives me a few more steps if I can go up to 8. No matter what, though, I do still need to make sure I get back to the office with this upgrade disc. They're doing it to me again. I ain't got no gems. And watch this not go the way I knew it. So once again, I got completely locked out trying to get on the right side of the foundation. I'm having a feeling that there might be the reason, like, you know, it's being so difficult or whatever is because, like, you know, my theory, which is that if we make, like, plot, like, a room on the other side where, like, you know, one of the paths, like, obviously can't go through the base that we, because the thing is, the plan is, like, if you look, take, like, above the guest bedroom right there, you know, literally, like, right there. What I'm mainly trying to do to explain to you guys is that I'm trying to get a room on the right side of the foundation that has a path that leads like it's going to try to go through the foundation. Obviously, won't be able to do that because the elevator's in the way. And I'm thinking if we do that, that's how we're going to be able to get like a lever to pop up in that room that will allow us to pull like the elevator down in the foundation. There's no other way you can really, because I've tried everything else and I haven't been able to get like anything to spawn in there, like any kind of lever to spawn. I'm hoping that's actually, you know, what we got to do. But at the very least, since we can't, like, do that now, we already did the thing with the car, and we got that code, which may be for, like, a safe or something. I'm not entirely sure. Best thing we can do now is just head back to the office, and hopefully, like, this upgrade, you know, disc is going to be, like, for something decent, and after that, well, I can't even make it through here now. So basically, this runs over, too. And this will be my last run for the night, but I want to at least get back to the office so I can, at least we have that going for us. Alright, so let's at least use the upgrade disc. See what we get from this. The mail room, which we never really see. Same package will be delivered after you reach rank 8. The package will be dropped off on the entrance steps the day after drafting this room. See, that'd be perfect. Because it means we ain't got to get back to the mail room. I think I'm going to go with no contact delivery on that. That sounds great. So that means we don't necessarily have to draw the mail room, and we can pretty much, you know, draw whatever else we may need. Alright. So, you know, so pretty much what that means, like, we get, like, what we need out of the mail room without having to draw it. So next time we see it in the draw pool, you know, we can, like, just use something else that could, you know, that'd be, like, to take some guesswork out. Alright. So we're going to go and call it a day on this one, Rogues. Can't really go anywhere else much anyway. I probably maybe could have, like, went through the chapel, I don't know. Maybe it was possibly some of these rooms would, like, maybe if I went to one of the other rooms, I could have found a key. But that was, yeah. At least we figured out the car key thing. That's one plus. And now you know, I've got, like, more reason to try, you know, get the pump room to, get loaded in. So I can try, like, you know, see if, because I was really curious about whatever it was that, what's going on with the fountain. So it made me think a lot of the reservoir. So we definitely need to try to start putting a focus on, you know, the pump room. Trying to, like, you know, get, you know, do what we can with that. Because obviously, you know, it was pretty much showing, like, which ones, like, you know, I mean, I don't know, like, really what the point was of the things. I mean, I don't know what there would have been, like, the point to the kitchen. Like, you know, having, like, water in the kitchen. I think, like, some of them were red herrings. It really feels like the main ones that we really wanted to have water pulled from were, of course, the fountain and, I don't know, the pool. There might be, like, something, like, else to the pool that we have to, like, you know, do first. Because I don't know why they let you drain it. It seemed like there might be, like, a little hidden door or something there, but we couldn't do anything else that I could tell. And, yeah, that wasn't anything, like, near ordinary. This whole place is never ordinary. But the main takeaway from things is we need to, like, try to drain the water in the reservoir and also the fountain. Fountain, like, takes priority because that's, like, easier to do. We just gotta, like, get the pump room. The reservoir, however, we know that that was, like, like I had to get the tomb just to get down to that area. So, we're gonna focus on the fountain first, see, like, what there is down there, while also hopefully, maybe if I'm lucky, being able to kind of, like, do what I've been trying to do, which is, get into the foundation, like, from the angle I'm wanting to, try to, like, get, like, a door on the right, like, get, like, an area on the right-hand side to test, like, what I'm trying to pull off with that, while hopefully, either getting a secret garden key or getting another Great Hall, and, because I don't know if, like, the Great Hall doors are, randomized, like, if it is possible, like, that the one for the lever is, like, the same one every time. That takes a lot of guesswork out of that, so theoretically that could be easier. I wouldn't actually have to, like, get the foyer and then the Great Hall. But I don't know, I couldn't tell if, like, the lever was in the same place as it was last time. So it's either we try to, like, go the route of the secret garden, because secret garden and getting up to the west side of the antechamber, or we go, like, the route of the foyer and the Great Hall, or just the Great Hall itself, and get to the right-hand side, get to the east side, the antechamber. Because I know we found, like, the broken lever a few times, but that's also, like, just based entirely on luck on us finding it. But that's how it is with all of it, obviously. We need to, like, find a secret garden key to access that entrance, and we need to roll the the Great Hall, possibly, with the foyer, just to make things easier to get that lever. So one of them relies on getting rooms, and the other ones rely on getting items. So yeah, either way, it's still, like, tricky all around, because the general consensus of it, regardless of which way I get into the antechamber, I still need to figure out how to get that lever, so I can go downstairs. And a lot of it just seems like it's a lot of RNG, and everything. But eventually I'm going to get down in there. But at least what I can do now is I'm going to definitely try to focus on, like, doing the pump room puzzle to get down, like, into the fountain and see what's down there. And also, just for future proofing, do the same thing with the reservoir. So, like, for whatever that may, like, entail later on. But anyways, that being said, guys, if you enjoyed the stream, be sure to like, comment, and share. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate you joining that as well. And also, if you aren't on the Discord server and would like to join that, feel free to do so. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Next stream for this will be sometime tomorrow. And hopefully we'll have, like, better luck, because it was definitely a mixed bag of things today. Like, I think, like, 2 streams ago, we had, like, some definite cursed runs for the past 2, with, like, all the red rooms and everything just working against me. Then the previous stream, I think, is when we finally got into the antechamber, and was definitely, like, so close yet so far, and this one was definitely a mixed bag, so hopefully we'll start having, like, some better luck next time as well, and hopefully get closer to finishing this game, even though there are definitely, like, a lot more secrets I continue to find. But until next one, Rogues, much love, thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thank you for watching.